will discuss about the development of male external genitalia. Here you can see this is developing embryo. This is foregut, midgut, hindgut. This is allantois. Here is cloaca. This is developing embryo. If you enlarge this part, this is cloaca and allantois. So this is cloaca and this is hindgut, this is allantois. And here you can see this membrane is cloacal membrane. So this is cloacal membrane. And as you know, by formation of the septum, this is urorectal septum. The septum is urorectal septum. By formation of this septum, it is divided into two parts. Urogenital sinus and this is primitive urogenital sinus, and this is primitive rectum. If you see, this is gradually develops into uribladder, primitive urethra. This is pelvic part of urogenital sinus. This is phallic part of the urogenital sinus. Pelvic and phallic part of urogenital sinus is part here. And this membrane, with this formation of this septum, this division, this cloacal membrane is divided into two parts. This membrane is anal membrane and this membrane is urogenital membrane. So this membrane is urogenital membrane. This cloaca develops endodermally. This is endodermal origin, and here this is ectodermal line. If you see in the inferior view, so if you see from here, this will be the position of this membrane. This is urogenital membrane, and this urogenital membrane is here surrounded by the tissue. This is primitive urethral tissue. This is primitive urethral. This is primitive urethral fold. Primitive urethral fold. And this primitive urethral fold here forms genital tubercle. This is genital tubercle. This is genital tubercle. In female, this genital tubercle forms the clitoris, and this urethral fold forms the labia minora, and another fold is also present here. This fold is formed. This is actually swelling. This is genital swelling. This is genital swelling. In female, it forms the labia majora. So in male, this genital tubercle grows like this, and it forms phallus. So this is phallus. This grows and forms the phallus. This is phallus. With growth of this phallus, here this is urethral groove here. This part here, a groove is present known as urethral groove. So So with this group formation of this thallus, this groove is also extended along with this. So this is urethral groove, and margin of this groove is formed by urethral fold. So if you cut a section at this level, you will find this is phallus, this part is urethral fold, and this is groove, urethral groove. If you see in this diagram, this lateral view of this diagram, here is position of phallic part of urogenital. This is phallic part of urogenital sinus, and this part is phallus. This is phallus, which goes upward cranially. And here, this is endodermal line, this is ectodermal line, and ultimately this is become open. And before opening to this, you create a solid mass of, initially a solid mass, which is formed by endodermal cells of the urogenital sinus. This is urogenital sinus, endodermal cells of the urogenital sinus grows into this groove. So grows into this groove. And ultimately it forms a plate. So it arranges and forms a plate. So here a plate is formed. This plate is known as urethral plate. So this is urethral plate. This is urethral plate is formed. Now this opens, and here you can see gradually these fold and this fold and this folds. This is groove and is surrounded by urethral fold. This is urethral fold. Gradually these folds comes closer to each other like this. These folds comes closer to each other, lies close to each other here. And with joining of these two folds on medial plane, now these folds join with each other and forms the urethra. This is penile urethra. So this penile urethra is formed, which is lined by endoderm. This structure forms here and urethra is formed. So it is lined by endoderm. If you see at the tip of this penis, you can see this is tip here. Here cells, this ectodermal cells proliferates and form, it grows inward and form the prepuce. So this is glans, penis, and this folding is known as prepuce. So this is folding. So this folding is known as prepuce. And another thing, this opening, this penile urethra is extend up to this level, not reaches up to the glans penis. If you see under section, this is this urethra which is formed here, it extends only up to this, and this part here ectodermal coverings. Here, as you know, this prepuce is formed and ectodermal coverings Here it proliferates here and form a solid card. So this is epithelial card. So epithelial card is formed. Eventually this card become canalized. This card become canalized and form the remaining part of the urethra which lies in the glans and opens in the tip here. So this part develops ectodermally. So this part from here to here, this part develops from epithelial cards, which develops from ectoderm. So this part develops from ectoderm and remaining part develops from endoderm of the urogenital sinus. So up to here endoderm and from here to here ectoderm. So another important thing, here these structures lie close to each other and form the rapidly medial plane. If these folds, these urethral folds do not fuse completely from caudal to cranial direction, here is a gap. This gap forms the hypospadias. And sometimes there is opening on the dorsal aspect which form the epispadias. This epispadias mostly associated with the ectopia recycling. So after formation of this, these two swellings, that genital swellings again lies close to each other and genital swellings join each other and form the scrotum. So scrotum is formed. So here scrotum is formed. And a median, during joining, a median septum is formed. Scrotum is divided into two parts by median septum. So median septum is formed in the scrotum. There may be congenital anomally associated with this. There may be agencies of the penis, and there may be different opening of the urethra. You can see this is hypospadias, epispadias. So this is all about the hypospadias and epispadias. Thank you.